Tango, a vertical expression of horizontal desire. This sensual dance revolutionized social dancing around the world since the mid-19th century. Farrell 1977 states that tango was born in an intimate environment with a very peculiar way of dancing, a close partner's sensual embrace with their bodies and faces in contact. Very few authors acknowledge the significant influence that Black African culture had on the genesis of tango. Knowing the background and cultural roots that gave rise to tango adds to the understanding about its foundations and honors the people and the various components that made their contribution. The purpose of this video is to share with you the influence that Black African music and culture had in the genesis of tango. Between the 16th and 18th centuries, 10 million African slaves were brought to South America and more than 17,000 entered through the port of Buenos Aires. Ortiz Oderigo, 1974, highlights that most of the Africans who were introduced to Argentina and Uruguay came from territories of present-day Angola and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, belonging to the ethnic group that speaks Bantu. Acosta 1982 points out that slavery was introduced in Cuba by the Spanish in the 16th century, and during the 19th century, African and European music got blended in original Cuban hybrids, giving birth to contradanza, the progenitor of danzón, mambo, and cha-cha. Besides sugar and coffee, the ships always transported people, and with them their culture. Thus, the contradanza arrived to Spain under the name of Habanera, the dance of Havana, and the French composer Georges Bizet immortalized its rhythm in his aria L'amour est un oiseau rebelle, Love is a Rebellious Bird, for his opera Carmen in 1875. Meanwhile, in Spain, the Habanera rhythm reaches the zarzuela as Tango Andaluz. In the Isaac Albeni's piece Tango in D, we can see at a glance how the composer develops the Habanera rhythmic pattern by augmentation in the first two bars, spreading the pattern between both hands, and then its use in the melody. Seixas, 2010, distinguishes that the arrival of the zarzuela companies in Buenos Aires, who included in the repertoire elements of the Habanera disguised as Andalusian tango, was a crucial factor that promoted the popularity of the tango rhythm in the city. The Habanera rhythm reaches the Rio de la Plata region, and with a faster group it becomes popularly known as Milonga. According to Farrell 1977, the word Milonga retained its Bunda original African and Angolan meaning. Entanglement, and explains that Milonga is a type of dance, a place or venue where people gather to dance, and a type of groove that countrymen sang with different types of stanzas. In the first stages of tango, music was subordinated to dance. As Salgan 1981 explains, the marcato accompaniment, one accented tenuto note per beat, and then the arrastre, drag, a short rising sound effect in the lower register of the harmonic instrument, provided contrast and diversity to the Habanera syncopated pattern and made tango easier to be danced by locals. Around 1920, the marcato pattern broke apart from the milonga and made a new music style that then would be defined as a new music genre, tango. In conclusion, the influence that Black African music and culture had in the genesis of tango can be seen in two aspects. First, as Ortiz Oderigo in 1974 states, the musical and dance gatherings run by black slaves where the percussion had its prominent role were called tangos, word associated with Shango, the god of storm and thunder, and master of the membranophones of the Nigerian Yoruba mythology in West Africa. Second, all tango predecessors carried the same rhythm matrix, syncopation, tum, taram, tum, tum, taram, tum, tum. Even though it is a fact that tango is anchored in European music, it is through the emphasis on syncopation that we can distinguish the imprint of the Black African roots in the DNA of tango. We must embrace different cultures, races, and ethnicities to celebrate inclusive societies with the purpose of cultivating a synergy that allows us to grow as a civilization. After all, it takes two to tango. Right?